Hey and welcome back to another episode of Just Call Me Josie. In today's video we are going to be talking about some disappointing products as well as some products that I personally regret buying. So products that let me down for one reason or another, as well as products that I bought and I thought that I would get a lot of use of and that I would really love, but I ended up just pushing them way back in the drawers and never picking them up and using them. So I thought I would go over both in today's video. Now I quickly just want to mention before we jump into it that some of these products happen to come from my favorite makeup brands. So this has nothing to do with the brands at all. Now these first two products that I'm going to mention were a disappointment, but I only have myself to blame for these ones because I actually didn't think this all the way through before I bought it, so it's completely my bad. I'm sure that these would work great for someone with a particular skin type. So this is the illuminating primer and this is the natural finish oil-free foundation. I actually won the lottery when it came to skin type, so I am both really dry as well as really dehydrated. So these happen to be oil-free and they are both water-based as well. And because my skin is so dry and dehydrated, every time I put this combination on my face, my skin just drinks it up and it ends up looking super patchy because my nose especially just says slurp and then the foundation is gone and I just have some patches, same on my forehead. So this never looks even and nice on me. This is the LA Girl Illuminating Pro HD foundation and I got it in the shade Porcelain. The shade Porcelain in particular is so orange in the undertone that I can't put this on and take myself seriously, and the shade range in general is just not up to par with this foundation, so they do definitely need to work on that, and I was quite disappointed with this. I can't speak on the formula at all because as soon as I put this on I feel like I have to take it off. I have two of Kat Von D's matte liquid lipsticks here and these were all the hype and I just felt like I had to have them, especially Lolita. I felt like I didn't have a choice almost because everyone was talking about it. It was the best shade ever created and so on and so forth. So I feel like it was almost peer pressure that made me pick it up, and those decisions never end up great. They are quite a liquidy formula, so not that moussey type, which I personally prefer, whereas these more liquidy runny formulas end up sort of just sucking the life out of your lips and it's not all that great of an experience. So I definitely regret buying these because they are mostly laying in my drawer. So here you have them swatched. On top is the original Lolita and on the bottom is Lolita number 2. Lolita actually dries down really dark and really brown on my lips, which is another thing that made me quite disappointed in it because when I saw Lolita on everyone else's lips on YouTube, it looked like such a nice mauve shade, but on me it looks nothing like it. So that is another thing to keep in mind when you're watching YouTube, that the shades might not end up looking the same on your lips once you get it. Next up we have two products from my favorite makeup brand in the whole entire world, and that is Colourpop. And these are actually the only two products that I don't like from the line that I've tried so far, so loving on mostly everything except for these two. Let's start with the concealer. This is the No Filter concealer. I saw on the website that the concealer had 5 stars, and when I see 5 stars, that is pretty much all I see, and then I just don't think about it, and I'm just like, well, it has 5 stars, everybody loves it, so why wouldn't I love it as well? Well, what do you know? I can't wear them under my eyes because, like I said before, I have a super dry skin type and they just look really crepey and they end up aging me, and my under eyes look a lot worse than they did even before I put on makeup, which kind of defeats the purpose of putting on makeup in the first place. So this one did not end up working out for that reason. It just looks way too dry and I should have known better. Once again, I know the full coverage matte doesn't work. Maybe I should have named this video all the bad purchases that I have made instead. This one, however, was actually a disappointment when it came to the formula and the performance. This is the Colourpop Supernova Shadow in the shade Walk of Fame. And I have several issues with this product. It is super hard to work with in my opinion, and you have to get it absolutely perfect on the first try, otherwise you're pretty much screwed. And I am more of a third time is a charm kind of gal, so being perfect on the first try is not really my jam. It's not really how I roll, so I ended up having loads of issues with this little guy. First issue being that the applicator seems to repel the actual product, which is quite an issue when you're trying to put it on your lids. Even if I scrape it like this, the applicator gets just the teeniest, tiniest amount, and I need a lot to like really cover my eyelids, especially since I have to do it smooth on the first try. I need a lot of product to be able to make that happen. You can't really go in and dip the product back in and go over it again, because then it would start to pick up on itself and it would start to crumble and it would look even more patchy. I was so hoping that this one would work out a lot better for myself, because the pricing is a lot better than the Stila ones, and I was hoping that this could be a nice dupe. I decided to pick up on a whim some single eyeshadows from the brand Naga, which is an indie brand based out of Europe. And I was quite disappointed when I got them, because they do not swatch great at all. And I just feel like the website was quite misleading, because the way they swatch on the website, they look absolutely incredible. And like they have a super high impact just on like one swipe, and that is not the case in real life at all. So the top 5, the bigger pans, are from Nabla. See if I can show you. I am digging my finger into it quite a lot, and this is all I am getting off on my finger, which I feel like it should be a lot more. And this is the swatch right there. That is just so weak, and I was expecting a lot more, so this was really disappointing. Let's do this bronzy shade right here. They are really dry and gritty as well when you feel them in the pan. So this is that swatch right there. I don't know if these would work better maybe with a glitter glue underneath, or if you can sort of jazz them up with some setting spray. I don't know. I used this one in an eye look recently, and I had to layer and layer and layer to be able to get it to look like it does in the pan. So yeah, I have to play with these some more and give them probably one more shot, but so far not impressed at all. Which is really surprising actually. Also, I just remembered that I do own their Dreamy eyeshadow palette. Let me get it. So this is an eyeshadow palette from the same brand. This is the Dreamy eyeshadow palette from Nabla. And this one has great quality in my opinion. I haven't had any issues with this one, except for maybe this purple being a bit crumbly. But the pigmentation in this one is just night and day compared to their singles. Let me show you. Let's do Metal Cupid right here. So that's what it looks like on the finger, just night and day already. And I will put it, I can't even see where I put the last one. I will put it right there. Like, do you see that? That is so crazy. This is the same makeup brand. Like, I am shocked. I don't know if these are supposed to be a completely different finish and those other ones are supposed to be really metallic, whereas these are supposed to be something completely different. I don't know. But still, even though if these are supposed to be like a shimmery shadow or an eyeshadow topper or whatever, I still feel like they are quite weak. And then lastly we have the Vice. I believe it's number 4. I use it that seldom that I've even forgotten what number it is. Doesn't say on the back, but I believe it's number 4, the Vice palette from Urban Decay. And I have to say I bought this purely because of the design on the front, as well as for one of the shades inside. And that is this orange shade right here, and this one is so crumbly with huge glitter particles. The mattes are pretty good. I do like the mattes. I feel like actually from Urban Decay I do prefer the mattes over the shimmers, because the shimmers are, like I said, a bit crumbly. What just happened? No, it was my favorite shade. It was like, if you're gonna diss me like that, I'm out of here, girl. I'm not even gonna stay in this palette if you're gonna talk about me like that. Oh boy. I don't even know if I dare to speak anymore, if they're all gonna pop out of here. I'm really disappointed in the quality of the shimmers, because they don't have that high impact at all on the eyes, and I feel like I do have to layer them a lot to get them to show up. Also, I feel like the color selection is really jumbled in here as well. It doesn't make a lot of sense, because you have these really warm shades, and there are like 2 or 3 in here, and then you have super cool tone shades, and then you have 3 greens. I am thinking about maybe doing a palette bingo with this palette, because I feel like that would be a crazy challenge, because the shades are so jumbled. It could turn out absolutely insane. So that might be fun. But okay guys, so that was just my personal thoughts and my 2 cents on these products. If they do work for you, then that is absolutely amazing. Still absolutely love all of these brands, and I will continue to purchase from them for sure. I want to thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up before you leave. Also feel free to subscribe. I upload 3 new videos every week, and I would love to have you on board. Hopefully I will see you in my new video. Take care until then. Bye!